I will put Barcelona as favorites. I think it's going to be I think it's a 2-0.
Like Ricky, I don't think Leo should be starting the games. I actually love how great he is coming off the bench. I think he's so hungry to come off the bench and to score that it's fascinating to watch. And also his level of intelligence. Like, he's 37 years old and he's scoring goals that you're just like, this is crazy. I mean, like, yeah, they're tap-ins, but still they're incredible to watch.
Well,
the headers, I would say they're poacher goals.
Yeah, they're poacher goals. But, I mean, did you see that header that he scored against Real Oviedo last week on Thursday or whenever they played? I mean, that header was like, it was a cracker. It was a good-ass goal.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Natural.
That was still killing it.
And as much as I like Ferran Torres, as much as he scores, he cannot do what Lewa can. He doesn't have that, like, innate killer instinct that
I agree
Lewa
with
has.
that. Yeah,
that's why I think, to me, Lewa's untouchable.
So to kind of continue from there within the Barcelona topics, and we touched about the season really getting real now. Mm-hmm. We just talked about all the good sides that are happening in Barcelona, but let's talk about the injuries. Barcelona suddenly in a week have been hit by injuries. Fermin out for 3 weeks, will not be playing against PSG. Gaveda, I myself am pretty sad to hear that for him. You know, coming back from his ACL injury, seems like he's fallen back, had to have new surgery, out for 4 months. I mean, that puts Gavi out for half the season. It's a real shame. The next one, Joan Garcia, a goalie that, I mean, he came out of nowhere. Obviously, he had a good season in Espanyol last year, but Barça brought him in out of nowhere when Ter Stegen was, he got his injury, but Szczesny was also doing good, and he's coming, and he's been amazing for Barça. And unfortunately, also ends up hurting his knee, goes through surgery, and is now out for a month and a half. So that's that one. Rafinha out for 3 weeks. I mean, Barça has been absolutely hit. Thankfully for y'all got your main guy, your star boy, the Copa player, the Copa winner, Lamine Yamal, and I hear that Balde was supposed to be back for this past weekend. Hansi Flick decided to wait on him, and but he may be back finally for the Champions League. So with that being said, how does this change your mindset? How can this change Flick's lineup coming into the PSG game?
It's a shame that both us and PSG have also picked up a bunch of injuries. I think Vitinha and somebody else recently picked up an injury from PSG. It sucks that it's not the final that was meant to happen last year. But both teams are coming in weak, so neither team can use it as an excuse. I think it's early on in the Champions League group stage draw that it's not the end of the world for either team if one wins or one doesn't. But at the end of the day, like you're like Misha said, like you're fighting for bragging rights to show you're the top dog, to like get people afraid of you. So I think both teams are going to come out swinging. I mean, Hansi Flick will have to rotate the team, and I think he's proven already that we can still perform well without our quote unquote best starting 11. I'm not sure right now who's going to be started. I don't know how the lineup's going to be. We can map that out. But yeah, neither team is coming in hot. So no one can use that excuse.
So I think, Kunde is a shoo-in at right back. Cubarsi has been playing pretty well. Araujo, who I have been, kind of shitting on, scored for Barça this past week. So he's kind of coming back up. I still rate Araujo way over Christensen personally. I think Gerard Martin has been playing great personally. I mean, I hadn't heard the criticism towards Gerard Martin. I think he's been doing just fine. So that would be my starting defense against PSG. In the midfield, you have Pedri. De Jong has found his form again. I mean, he is playing like the De Jong that was killing it a few years back. Then he was kind of hit with all those injuries, but De Jong seems to be back. So you have him, Pedri, and then the front, the three attacking midfielders who will be Ferran, Lamine Yamal, Lewa, but then we're missing one more player for Barça.
Marcus Rashford.
I mean, that's where Rashford could be the starter. Lewandowski's the striker. It can be Ferran as a center attacking mid. Rashford goes on one side. Lamine goes on one side. I mean, you got a pretty good attacking team there.
Dani Olmo could slot in as Cam to finalize that third midfielder. With the injuries, we still have a pretty competitive team.
Yeah, I mean, no, for sure. I mean, and that's the type of team that you need to put yourself at a chance to win multiple competitions. Now let's talk a little bit about PSG. I'm gonna let you guys know who I have seen is gonna for sure miss out on the game, and then Micho, I want to hear your thoughts, about this PSG Barça game. So for PSG, we have obviously the Ballon d'Oro, Ousmane Dembélé, who's gonna be missing it, which is such a shame. I mean, this is who we wanted to see in this match, especially with him winning the Ballon d'Oro, with everything that's been at stake. This is who we wanted to see. So such a shame that Ousmane Dembélé is going to be out. Marquinhos, obviously the captain for the squad, their best center back, is out. Neves, the Portuguese midfielder who's been killing it. Doué, I think, is still borderline going to be there, going to not be there. And then, Ariav here actually put in a really good comment. Kvaratskhelia. I heard Kvaratskhelia got injured this weekend, so may not be back. Vitinha also got injured this weekend, and then I hadn't heard about Barcola. So Barcola's back, but you can correct me. I mean, that is the core of PSG. All they're missing is, if Hakimi got injured, that would be the end of it. Micho, what do you think coming into this game for Barça and for PSG?
It's hard for me to say. I mean, I kind of agree with what Ricky said. I mean, I actually very much agree with what Ricky said. I think it's kind of a wash game. I think it's a game where you want to win, but it's not really going to matter because I look at the comment that he made. That's 3 guaranteed for sure starters that aren't going to be there, that are essential to their attack. Vitinha controlling the midfield, Dembélé, Kvaratskhelia, those are huge players. That would be Lamine Yamal, Pedri, and
De Jong,
Lewandowski, all being out. It's there's good players, but what are we actually saying? So it's hard to say, this is Barca's first true test. Look, it's PSG. They're still good players. There's amazing talent there. Luis Enrique is a good coach. I think it's one of those games where you're all right, whoever wins, but it's not really going to mean much because they're going to see each other later down the line in a completely different lineup. Obviously, for Barca, they want to collect the 3 points. Same thing with PSG. I'm actually going to say I think this is going to be a 2-2 game. My prediction live here on the VAR Check Podcast is a 2-2 game with PSG actually scoring 2 goals, being up 2-0, and Barca coming back and scoring 2 and being 2-2.
That would be
clip this, and everyone in the comments, clip this right now, because when it happens, you'll know that I made this freaking guess live.
Why don't we hear in the comments? I want everyone to put down your prediction for this PSG Barca game. I actually feel like PSG has way more to lose than Barcelona does. Yes, I agree. Both teams coming in with so many injuries makes it a game that we can't really judge the teams for whatever the final result is. I think we all agree on that. But this game, it doesn't take away the importance of the game, especially for PSG, which, but if you look at Barcelona's schedule in the Champions League, PSG was their toughest game, and then there's also Chelsea. Aside from that, all the other teams they have to be beating. They should be beating them, right? So it does, if they were to tie this game, well, that's fine. If they were to lose it, it's not the end of the world. Barca's still going to end up beating the majority of them. But when you look at PSG's schedule, and I don't know it off the top of my head, I just remember that whenever we talked about all the teams and who they came up against, PSG had the toughest schedule. So for them, I don't want to say playing against Barcelona is a must-win for them because obviously that's always going to be a tough game. But they have way more to lose than Barca does. PSG is away. PSG, I think, has it tougher. So, Ricky, what are y'all's score predictions for this game?
So, one thing, they're going to play Barca, Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, Tottenham, Athletic Club, Sporting CP, and Newcastle.
Those are all tough games. Those are all tough games.
Tough one.
I heard a lot of hard ones. I think there was one that you mentioned in there that I was like, okay, that's definitely should be a win. But
even the Newcastle game, you guys came through with against the Newcastle, but it wasn't an easy game. It ended up being
Newcastle
one.
was not easy. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Rashford's magic, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I think
and
something
they
else
almost tied it up last minute.
I think something else to consider for PSG is like they've got a very tough month, give or take, right? They just finished playing against Marseille, which they lost to. They have PSG in the same month, Barcelona, Leverkusen. Like, they have a very tough month on top of all these injuries. Yeah. So I think I will put Barcelona as favorites. I think it's going to be I think it's a 2-0.
Okay.
I mean, for to say that PSG is not going to score a single goal in Barcelona is pretty ballsy. We'll see.
I mean, they're missing their two of their top three. It's not a diss of them. It's just the situation in which they found themselves.
I think that the battle between if he starts the outside back, the left back, Nuno Mendes, I believe is
Nuno Mendes,
and Lamine Yamal. I think that's going to be a very interesting battle because they're both fast. Nuno is definitely stronger than Lamine. Lamine is shifty as hell, but I think that's going to be a really good matchup. So I'm curious to see, because you were just talking about how Lamine was cooking Real Sociedad. I don't think that's going to be the case in this time around. So it's going to be interesting to see that battle.
Let's see what one of our listeners is saying. Guys, remember, we want to hear what your predictions are for this PSG Barça game. Barça getting two of the toughest three opponents in the first two rounds itself makes it easier for them to rack up points later on and ease off the pressure. But PSG are going to go through torture. It's definitely not going to be an easy one. I mean, we'll see.
What's your score prediction?
Amir or me?
So I think they're gonna. It's gonna be a narrow game. It's gonna be a 2-1 game for me. I think Barca has like 15% more chance of winning the game, but I think 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm giving Barca the 3-1 victory. I think they're also going to be winning.
Wow.
So it looks like I think it's going to be Barca's going to be up 2-1. PSG is going to be trying to push to equalize it, and then in a counterattack in the last 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, Barca will find that third goal that's just going to put off PSG. It's going to be a close game throughout the whole time, but it's going to end up with Barca with a two goal.
Time to start putting in your sports bets now.
Yes.
Well,
so don't tell me with a good time.
If you guys are listening to this podcast and you haven't joined our fantasy league for the Champions League, make sure to do so. We have over 100 of you guys joining, and I'm currently sitting at 79 spots, so I'm looking to redeem myself this week.
Actually, I don't know where I am. Let me check.
Good thing that you brought that up. The link to join is actually in the description right now. I made sure to put it in before we started the live stream. So yeah, join in. You might be one match day behind, but hey, if you're truly good enough, that doesn't mean it's not enough to come back.
I am last. I'm 112 on the
what?
Oh, Amir, you have a lot of. I think you're kicked out of the podcast, dude.
It's over. That's what I get for putting a bunch of injured players on the team. Everyone is injured.
That's true.
Jesus.